Time to check out the Week 8 betting lines. We've got Steve Merrill on the line from Wager Talk. Get on over to wagertalk.com. Check out Steve's work on not only his selections for college football, but the NFL, Major League Baseball playoffs, and the NBA coming soon, and his money management plan. Clemson taking on Syracuse. The Tigers are, of course, used to big games. They have won 3 consecutive pretty large ACC matchups, while the Syracuse Orange are a bit of a Cinderella team coming into Death Valley. Steve is a 13.5-point underdog.
Yeah, let's first look at my projections. My math model makes Clemson 14.5, and that's only a 1-point difference, but as you know, 14 is a very key number. There's about a 3 to 4% chance Clemson wins this game by exactly 14 points, so there is some line value with the Tigers, and I also think there's a situational scheduling edge here as well. First of all, home field for Syracuse is worth a little bit more than the average team. The Carrier Dome over the years, over the decades, has always been a tough place for visiting teams. They have a little bit of an inflated home field advantage, but for that same reason, it's the opposite on the road. They have almost more of a road disadvantage, in my opinion, because they normally play, in a unique setting. Factor in also, this is only their second road game of the season, and more importantly, it's their only first true road test. They only had one other road game this year, and they briefly crossed the border to Connecticut back in week 2, early September, as a 24-point road favorite, won by 34. So nothing impressive about that. So this is really their first true road game, and it's an extremely hostile environment. And I don't think it's a good setup this week. And we get some line value with the Clemson Tigers. I do an Alabama radio show every Thursday afternoon, and they obviously are pulling for Syracuse here. They want Clemson to get a loss, as do some of those other one-loss teams. I told them I don't think it'll happen. As a 13.5-point dog, they have about an 18% chance of winning straight up mathematically, but I make it less than that. I think the line should be 14.5, so about a 12% chance Syracuse could pull the upset.
Folks, join us on patreon.com. Go to patreon.com, search MarkRogersTV. You get Steve's Under the Radar selection of the week, which last week included Oklahoma, Kansas over 62. I think they reached that slightly on that one. That brings Steve to 6-1 on his Under the Radar selections. And hey, I'll throw in that I'm 25-12 against the spread the last 2 weekends as well. So catch Steve and I on Patreon. Go to patreon.com, search MarkRogersTV, and you can sign up right there and catch all of Steve's selections. First and foremost, you can go to the different Voice of College Football channels and get Steve's edge there. But when you want the full dive, you got to go to wagertalk.com and check out Steve's selections there. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Mark.